Alright, so I'm aware that I'm about a year late on posting this review. I know I filmed a movie vlog for it, which I did not post until the 17th, as I had saw the movie early on the 8th of June. And that I apologize for, by the way. I honestly forgot what I was even doing with my movie vlogs back in June of 2023. But yeah, it has been a year since Rise of the Beast came out in theaters. Of course, I made a TikTok video addressing that yesterday. And I figured, yeah, now's the perfect time to finally do my review on it. Especially since we're getting another Transformers movie later this September, which, speaking about Transformers, I have only had reviewed 3 movies, which would be the original trilogy, last year. I meant to continue with the rest of the series, reviewing Age of Extinction, The Last Night, then Bumblebee, but I'm gonna review those when Transformers 1 comes out this September. Even though Transformers 1 is totally kind of set in a different universe or something, I don't know, I guess we're supposed to have an idea of how the War of Cybertron began with, you know, since we're getting an animated trilogy of Optimus and Megatron becoming friends, well, how they were friends turning into enemies. Oh, speaking about Transformers 1, I don't know what the heck's going on over at this festival thing, whatever, but folks are, like, praising Transformers 1. I mean, like, I've seen reactions on Instagram saying it's the best Transformers movie ever made, like, I want to see what's so good about this movie. Then again, it is on my most anticipated list. Well, top 10. Right now, my most anticipated doesn't come out until a month later. That'd be Deadpool Wolverine. But yeah, this isn't the only 2023 movie I had to catch up reviewing on, as there's a few I have to catch up reviewing, like, oh, I don't know, the Super Mario Brothers movie, Fast X, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Meg 2, I have a list. Then again, I have a bunch of videos I want to catch up making, and as soon as I'm fully caught up,
I finally rest. Watch the sunrise on a grateful universe.
But yeah, I did watch the movie last night because why not? It has been a year, and this happened to be one of my favorite movies that was released in 2023. In fact, this was on my most anticipated list for 2023, and it ended up staying in my top 10 favorite movies of 2023. So, yeah, let's get to chit-chat and just talk about my thoughts on Transformers Rise of the Beast, which I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a full-on reboot, or if this is still a prequel to the freaking Michael Bay film. So I'm fully aware this is a sequel to Bumblebee. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but what I'm not so clear on, like, what I am still having trouble understanding is this a prequel to the Bay films, or is this a full-on reboot? Because, I'll say this, it's time to say goodbye to the Bayverse films. I know I've wanted a 6th movie, because I wasn't okay with there being 5, but just, yeah, I'm vibing with the reboot ones that we got going on. By the way, I heard we're supposed to get a trilogy as well for Rise of the Beast 2 and 3, and we're going to talk about my thoughts on the ending of Rise of the Beast, because, oh my god, that so did not just happen. But yeah, this would pretty much be the 7th installment in the Transformers live-action franchise. Does Transformers 1 count as the 8th Transformers movie, even though that isn't live-action but an animation movie? So that doesn't matter. And yeah, I'm a massive Transformers fan, and if you have not seen my reviews for the original trilogy, yeah, I grew up watching those movies. The best one out there is definitely the first movie, even though it's got some Michael Bay stuff in it, because, like, knowing Michael Bay, and I did brought this up in my Bad Boys triple movie review. He's got a thing where he just does a Michael Bay thing. And as I've said already in that video, he directed the absolute out of Bad Boys 2. But still though, this is pretty much a sequel to Bumblebee. And this movie is taking inspiration of the Beast Wars, which I have no idea what that is about still. Like, again, I am a Transformers fan, but I don't know jack squat about everything. Like, other Transformers shows that have been out before we had gotten live-action movies. But yeah, this is taking inspiration of the Beast Wars series, as we have Maximals in this movie that transform, well, they're robots, but they transform into animals. Like, for example, we got Optimus Prime, who's a big-ass gorilla. Okay, well, not as big as King Kong, but still, you get the idea. But what I was definitely surprised about when watching the second trailer for Transformers Rise of the Beast was that they'd be bringing Unicron into this movie, and the last time we saw Unicron, which so happened to have been The Last Night, and yeah, which is why I wanted a 6th movie, because Michael Bay had left us hanging there, and he made it clear that'd be the last movie. But why would you make it the last movie when you, that way, I'm gonna save that for the last night movie review. We're talking about Rise of the Beast. But yeah, with this reboot, which I'm assuming it's a reboot, they're basically going full accuracy on the Transformers with how they look in like the animated series or something. I don't know. Basically, they're now making them look accurate as they're supposed to be instead of what they looked like. Even though the designs for the Michael Bay universe are pretty cool, I will say that. But hey, these designs. Not so bad. They've been growing on me. Actually, I forgot how I felt about their designs when we got to see them in Bumblebee. So, back to the point. As I've said, I'm a massive Transformers fan, so obviously, I was going to be looking forward to seeing this movie as I had it on my most anticipated list. And having to see it with my mom on a Thursday as, you know what, before I talk about my thoughts, let's just talk about my experience before I went to go see this movie on a Thursday night. And I probably have brought this up in my movie vlog. I'm not so sure. It's been a year, but if I have, then screw it, I'm gonna bring it up again. So yeah, sometimes I would come to school dressed up as a certain character for a movie that was coming out. I came to school dressed up as Black Adam, King the Conqueror, Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy, John Wick, definitely Spider-Man 2099, but the last costume I wore to school would have so happened to be my Optimus Prime costume that I made. And in fact, I may have caved in on wanting to make a costume. I probably wasn't planning on making one until I had caved in. And I would bring out my costume, but right now I'm saving that for the September. Unless I upgraded a bit. I don't know. I would have brought my helmet, which right now it's staying in my closet because my nana helped me clean out this place, and I put most of my helmets, like my Blue Beetle helmet, for example, in my closet. And my brother wanted to try out my pumpkin helmet that I made from Minecraft in our class, but that's currently stuck up there. But still, I'll make a vlog video. If I can. I can't guarantee it. Actually, can I get my Optimus Prime helmet out? Oh, would you look at that? I was able to grab it out. I thought it was in a tricky spot, but yeah. I made this helmet first, most likely, and then I made the rest of the costume. But I recall just making a blueprint of the helmet, and I basically got started right away working on it as soon as I came home from school, and it pretty much took me all freaking day. And I'll admit, this thing was a pain in the ass to make. But hey, the hard work had paid off, because, like, this does, like, look at this. This looks pretty cool. Oh, man. Definitely one of my favorite helmets. I don't know which one is my favorite. I think my favorite will probably go to Blue Beetle, but hey, this is probably my second favorite I've made. Actually, my best costume I've made probably has to be Optimus Prime. I mean, I should probably do a ranking list of costumes I've made. Which, you know what? I'm gonna do that for another video, for another day. But yeah, it still works as I have the LED lights, and it still fits. I'm Optimus Prime. And I can't remember any monologues he said, but yeah, this is, the helmet I made for Rise of the Beast. I came to the theater looking like this, and yeah, I can still see through this thing, by the way. Alright, I'll put my helmet right here, which you cannot, I'm trying to hang on. I'm trying to show off, like, anything Transformers related. I do have all the movies. I wanted to bring out this, since we're reviewing this. I did get this for Christmas last year. From Dad, thank you. And I would like to collect the rest of the Funko Pops, because I got, like, half. Because what I need to get is Mirage, Scourge, and RC. And then there are two other Pops, which would be Air Razor and then Rhinoceros. I think there's a cheetah one too. I don't know. I would still like to collect the rest of these Funko Pops. But I got these three back in Florida last summer. And yeah, totally worth it spending my money at GameStop. But yeah, I'm trying to showcase all my Transformers shit. Obviously, you can't see the whole thing. You can see half of it. You can see a little bit of the movie right here. But mainly just these three Pops. And as I have two random boxes that are Bluetooth earbuds. Helping it stand. Okay, back to topic. So yeah, I came to school dressed up as Optimus Prime, as that would be the last costume I wear to school before I got out of the 11th grade. And yeah, as I've said, I came to school dressed up as different characters. A few students have asked to take pictures with me, as they definitely liked my costumes, whether I made them or just dressed up in a bodysuit, or just still, they took pictures with me. They loved what I was wearing. But I kid you not, when I came to school dressed up as a freaking robot, out of cardboard, I was surrounded by the entire damn school. Never have I had attracted that many people over a costume. Like, as I said, I dressed up as Black Adam, King the Conqueror, freaking John Wick. A few folks have asked to take pictures with me, but with Optimus Prime, the entire damn school saw what I was dressed up, and I was just surrounded. I was surrounded by so many students because they had dug my costume. Now, of course, they had to take pictures with me, but just like, my God. I'm not joking. I was surrounded by the entire damn school. Like, that honestly felt good. That felt good. Just, like, I just was feeling good. Nothing like that has ever happened to me, and I hope it kind of happens again sometime. Whether I dress up as Deadpool, I don't know. We shall see. I just felt good. I didn't expect it to happen like that, but man, was I just feeling good about myself. And then after school, I then, like, before we went to go see the movie, me and my mom went to go visit my siblings at an assembly at their school, and I decided, screw it, I'm just gonna go over there, dressed up as Optimus Prime. And, yeah, I just came into the building, and some kid was probably like, hey, that's Optimus Prime! I doubt someone screamed like that, but I'm assuming someone spotted me. But, yeah, I came into their school, and, yeah, a few folks asked to take pictures with me, because I was dressed up as freaking Optimus Prime. Anyways, that's the experience before I went to go see the movie. And as soon as we arrived at the theater, which happens to be the same theater I've been going to go see the Spider-Man re-releases, by the way. And if you have not seen my movie vlog, definitely go check it out. But yeah, as soon as I arrived at the theater, sat down, watched the movie, and if you have not seen my movie vlog, you should already know that I had a pretty good time watching this movie. As I've already said earlier, this had ended up being on my top 10 favorite movies in 2023. And this could be a hot take. I don't know. I'm going to be back and forth ranking, which is going to be at number 1, which I'm going to definitely do a Transformers ranking movie list by the time Transformers 1 comes out later this September. Yeah, this was definitely one of the best Transformers movies since the first one with Michael Bay that came out in 2007. Like, I wish I did saw this in IMAX just a few weeks later. I went to go see it with my dad in IMAX. Now, I did not have that theater experience like my brother did, because when Bumblebee jumped out of that plane, his theater was cheering, clapping. I wish I had that, because I had gotten hyped up. Now, my theater wasn't entirely packed, but there was definitely some moments I was just cheering. Me and my mom were just having a good time with this movie. So, what are the pros and cons of this movie? Let's start off with the cons. I think the only cons I have for this movie is that some of the CGI isn't always great. Not all the time. Just there are at least a few moments where like, that doesn't look right or anything. But still, that's probably gonna be my only nitpick, because I can't think of any other nitpicks I have other than that. Yeah, I enjoyed the shit out of this movie. Actually, never mind. Make that 2 nitpicks. The second one goes to Bumblebee, because he was pretty much sidelined, and that would make sense because the dude got freaking killed off by Scourge, which that was a total shock that had happened. I mean, I want to say, like, no, he died, but then in the back of my mind, I'm like, wait a minute. No way, there's no way he's dead, because, like, in the trailers, he's alive and well, and there's a scene where he jumps out of a freaking plane or something. So, I guess that's the second nitpick I have. They sideline Bumblebee, and, like, why would you kill him off when we all know that he's alive and well thanks to the trailers? I don't know. Still, I guess that's just 2 nitpicks I have for this movie. 1, CGI isn't always great at times. And second, Bumblebee was pretty much sidelined. But, like, I'm sorry. I thought that was a bit weird they had did that. But, don't matter, because by the time he was revived back from the dead, bro had a badass sequence. Wanna know who was also badass in this movie? Freaking Optimus Prime. He had some awesome fight sequences between Scourge, mainly for, like, round 2 and then 3. He kind of got his ass whooped in the first round, but still, though, he got the final blow on Scourge, which he did do what he said he was going to do. He was going to take off his head.
Prime! What the hell are you doing?
I'm going to take back Scourge's key and then take off his head. I will end you, Scourge. That is a promise. I've had enough. Time to show you the real power of the Prime! This belongs to a friend of mine!
And, yeah, that did happen in the movie. Which, speaking about Scourge, I think we could all agree that Scourge is a top-tier Transformers villain, because, my God, bro was a freaking menace. And totally off-topic thing, but slightly related, ever since we saw Rise of the Beast, me and my brother would always, me and Dee and Rylan would always say the same damn line that he says in the movie, Unicron will prevail. Just, it's like, as if, like, it's a meme thing or something. I don't know, but, like, we definitely like Scourge as a villain. He's he's a top tier Transformers villain. I don't know if he's at number 1 or not number 2. I know who. Actually, no, he's probably at number 2 because I think I have at number 1 is Lockdown because I thought he was probably the best Transformers villain. But no, either way, he's an awesome villain in this movie. And as for the Maximals, I definitely enjoyed Optimus Primal, who I'm still shocked was voiced by the guy that played freaking Hellboy, not David Harbour, the other Hellboy, the first original Hellboy. But yeah, he was pretty good voicing him as Optimus Primal. And I definitely enjoyed the opening sequence of Rise of the Beasts. That was another thing I enjoyed with how the movie had opened up with Scourge coming after the Transwarp key. Okay, at least I remembered something. I thought I was going to forget the damn name of this key thing that would have helped them go back home to Cybertron. Now, of course, they don't make it home because the key gets destroyed at the end, which, speaking about the end, this movie has one of the best final battles I've seen in a Transformers movie. I don't know what was the last best final battle I've enjoyed or something, but like this final battle. No, this final battle was freaking awesome. Oh, what else am I forgetting to mention? Oh, the human characters. I don't know how people feel about human characters. Actually, they pretty much feel the same way as folks feel about the human characters in the MonsterVerse films, but I definitely enjoyed the human characters for this movie, which would be Noah and Elena. And actually, here's something that I enjoyed about this movie the most, is the fact that they went to Peru. And I so happen to be part Peruvian and Latino, which that probably is dumb why I enjoyed this movie a lot more. Not that I didn't, I mean, if they didn't go to Peru, I would have still enjoyed this. I don't know, I don't know, I just like the fact that they went to Peru because knowing that I'm part Peruvian, I don't know how to explain it, but, like, that was crazy. That's still crazy to think they actually went to Peru in this movie. Basically what I'm trying to say is that I liked how this movie, well, the rest of the movie took place in Peru. Okay, I could say there's a third nitpick, but I'm not gonna count it unless I cave in, I don't know, but I enjoyed the first act and definitely the third act, but the second act, I guess the second act felt a bit slow for me. Not entirely, but just, I don't know, I've heard folks say that the second act is a bit slow, but then we get back into things by the third act, so I guess I could see why, as the second act was probably feeling a bit slow. Not too slow, but just slow. But then, yeah, once we get to the third act, I'm just having a blast with this movie. Oh, and one last thing before I mention about the ending of the movie, the MVP of this movie, which happens to be Mirage, which, oh my god, I can't believe I almost forgot to bring up Mirage. Yeah, he is the MVP of this movie. He was definitely hilarious as hell. There was a funny scene in this movie that made me chuckle, where he said, "You've been inside me!" So, just wanted to say that Mirage was definitely one of the best parts of this movie, as he was pretty much the MVP. And I would say I felt bad when he got killed off, but then he gets brought back to life as Noah rebuilds him again into a different part. Well, still slightly the same, but with different colors, I guess. Still, I'm glad to know that Mirage is back, because I felt bad when he had to slightly sacrifice himself, as he gave his body car parts to Noah. Which, another thing, well, that was awesome. Seeing Noah transform into his own, like, armor suit. Like, he got to join in on the fight. That was awesome. I know some human characters in the other Transformers films do kind of join in on the fight, but I think this is the best I've seen out of human characters, like, joining in on the fight with the Autobots. Now on to the ending, because my god, a year later, I'm still processing, because, like, there's no way the movie just ended like that. And how did the movie end? At the end of the movie, Noah is going to another job interview, and he meets up with this dude who apparently knows what he did in Peru, but does help him out with his brother, who happens to be sick in this movie, which I did like the brother dynamic between the two of them. I could not believe this movie had ended with a G.I. Joe tease. And then by tease, like, that ending had confirmed that both Transformers and G.I. Joe are in the same universe. I was completely losing my mind over it, because I'm like, whoa, how? I was literally asking questions. How was it possible for them to be sharing the same universe? And apparently, it's a thing in the comics for them to cross over. So, yeah, I could not believe it ended like that. And that got me hyped up, wanting to see the next damn sequel, which, by the way, I'm guessing Rise of the Beast 2 would somewhat be the Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover, which, yeah, we're not getting a movie of that, which, let's freaking go! Now, I do like some of the G.I. Joe movies, I'll admit, they're not great. There could have been some potential there, especially with Snake Eyes, which I need to rewatch again, just to be sure if I liked it or not. I don't know. But still, I cannot believe it ended with G.I. Joe and just, yeah, I want to know when we're getting the Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover movie because I will be seated there day one. But with that being said, those are just my thoughts on Rise of the Beast. All I can say is that I had a blast watching this movie. This was definitely one of my favorites from 2023. And that ending, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just oh my god. Anyways, so yeah, Optimus Prime was badass. I enjoyed the Maximals. Mirage was the MVP. Scourge was a menacing villain. And the third act, oh, I could watch that on a loop. And actually, one last thing before I get off my rating on the movie. You know how we have What Have I Done as the best song for the Transformers movies? We got another banger that lives up to that, and that is On My Soul.
On my soul, everybody in the click strap, and they all on gold. Keep a stick just like Branch Poppy, but I ain't a troll. On my mama, can't nobody out here play me for no hoe.
Anyways, my rating for the movie is going to be a 10 out of 10, and yeah, I'm looking forward to see the next few movies we're getting for this new trilogy, which is kind of funny how we're getting two different Transformers trilogies. One is live action, while the other is animated, and we're getting the animated one later this September. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed my review. Sorry for being about a year late posting this. I should have already filmed this. I don't even know what I was doing. I honestly forgot what I was even doing in June 2023, but I will be reviewing Transformers 4 and 5 along with Bumblebee when Transformers 1 hits theaters in September. But as always, I'll see you guys in the next Transformers movie review. Peace out.